stage, and Orlando Pirates, for the first time in 1 year, they take the lead in the Betway Premiership. There's a lot to talk about. Mazolo Malefe is here as well with the news that include the fact that Gavin Hunt has been sacked after just a mere 14 games, and he's sitting in 8th position. Victor Tlongwane will be telling us about all the things that we might have missed. Welcome to it, Vic. Welcome to you. What do you have?
It's not only the 25 that are going to the World Cup. There's also 2 South Africans that are going to the World Cup. Congratulations to Zakele Suela and Abongile Jack Tom, who are also going to the AFCON. So siyahamba nathi. Mara today's funa ukubona ukuthi no iZamalek yakhala ithi no bayirobe igol. This is Soccer Zone. Today sayiqeda la ku Soccer Zone. Ngiyabuya.
All right, I'll be back, and of course, as per usual, sicela ukuthi ube ingxenye yohlelo. Sifuna ukubuza ukuthi ke nasi isikwadi sibonile. Bazosicazulula kabanzi uHlompo noMark babeke imibono yabo. Kodwa ke imibono ebalekile ebholeni ehlwele zebhola abantu abalithandayo ibhola. Siyabuza ke kuwena ukuthi what are your expectations for Bafana kule tournament abaphuma kwindawo yesithathu the last time around? Please do let us know your thoughts. Right now though, it's news making headlines with the best journalist there is when it comes to football things in South Africa. It's the Super Journal.
Yeah, news that reverberated around the football fraternity in the country this evening, and starting from Sunday night, Gavin Hunt sacked, officially parting ways with Durban City there. And I'm just going to go to a statement that the club just released informing their fans and the public at large that coach Pitso Dladla is the one that now takes over alongside, I'm told, goalkeeper coach Rowan Fernandez as well. It says that club chairman Farouk Kadodia stated that this was a mutual decision taken with the club's best interest at heart. I'd like to thank Coach Gavin personally for his hard work and dedication, and we wish him all the best. Assistant coach Pitso Dladla, as I said, takes over the final game of the year against Orbit College this week. Now, I'm told that behind the scenes, obviously, they were not pulling in the same direction around strategic developments of the club and moving forward. So we'll keep a close watch on over this course of the AFCON break, who officially takes over, whether it's Pitso Dladla that continues beyond the current season, or it's someone else that officially comes in to step in those big shoes to fill of Gavin Hunt. We now move on to another story that involves movements as such, and that's Devin Titus. It's a story that we've followed closely here on Soccer Zone and SABCsport.com. Last week, we broke that story, that Al Masri of Egypt coming in with a bid for the Stellies winger, and Stellies say no, he's not going anywhere. In fact, Coach Baka confirming to Andile on radio that the club wants Devin Titus to stay, and I have the latest now that they're locked in discussions. A new contract has been tabled, and it's between Devin Titus's camp and the club to sort of find each other to prolong his contract. If he doesn't sign it, it means in January, effective from the 1st of January, Devin Titus can sign a pre-contract to move on elsewhere. So keep a close watch on SABCsport.com on that story as well. We move on now to talking about title chases, and a man who knows very well about winning trebles and all types of trophies is Happy Jailer, and he talks about how the current crop of Orlando Pirates players have to erase that memory of treble winners to create their own history, and they have to do it this season.
It's been a while, Orlando Pirates not winning a league title. It's very big. I think we are the one that won the league the last time. And the new generation that is playing now, they are doing well. They've got capable of taking it this season. And for the team, obviously, they've been dominating in the domestic cups. It's very important for them to take this league because they will wrap everything. You know, they're not going to talk about the double treble and those current players, but recently they are capable.
Well, I tell you who else is capable, and there are a lot of South Africans hoping they will deliver. It's this Bafana squad of 25 players going to the AFCON. I'm now going to let the guys to take over and discuss this 25-man squad, the itinerary. Coach Hugo Bruce flying to Washington for the World Cup draw this Friday, coming back straight into camp to prepare for what is going to be a major competition. one more friendly. We're told Ghana could be that friendly, but that's the national team squad headed to the AFCON, Andile.
Ghana on the 16th of December is a farewell game that we're going to be seeing. It's going to be live here on SABC Sport. This is the team. 25 players, of course. Making that 25 is 2 young players that are part of that. On standby, you've got Mdu, Ikram, as well as Tabo. I don't want to preempt you guys, so I'm going to allow Hlompo to start. Your blank thoughts on what you're seeing there.
Well, if I'm a football fan, I was going to ask questions like, Iggy Reynas, with 9 goals in all competition, one would fancy him to be in that Bafana squad. But we're talking about Ndade Bruce, a man who is not scared to make that a call of, selecting the player that he wants. Of course, Iggy Reynas, for me, I fancy him to be part of this, the team that is going to AFCON.
So he's your only disappointment?
I can't say it's a disappointment because he's
not in the team.
Standby. Yeah, but with the numbers that they've got in terms of the number of games that they've already played, in all competition, 9 goals, that's huge compared to the strikers that he's going to be competing with in that Bafana.
Well, let's talk about that, Hlompo, because the 2 strikers, there's only 2, is Lyle Foster, as well, of course, as Mahopa. Those are the only 2 strikers there.
And when you look at Lyle Foster's goal...
And also, I mean, I do know that Elias Mokwana has been played in that forward position at his club, but it's the 2 strikers. It's Foster and Mahopa. And when you're speaking about Reyners and you're saying in comparison to those 2 strikers, what are you saying? I'm
saying the numbers of the goals that he scored already this year allows him to be part of the squad.
So who then moves?
Well, like I said, Ndade Bruce was making that call.
Ndade Bruce put him outside. You're saying he should be inside.
Let me come in and I'll back Hlompo up on that one because I agree with Hlompo on that one. So my issue, and again, I've always said I never want to question
Hugo Bruce.
Coach Hugo Bruce because
he's earned our respect.
Of course.
But Elias Mokwana hasn't been part of the squad for a while now, and I don't understand why. Not to say he's not worth a place, but he hasn't been there recently. And then you look at Iggy Reynas. So Mokwana for me is the one if you're looking at someone because if we're looking at cover, because there's a lot of balance in this team. There's cover in every position. Rile, Nkota, Apollos, Moremi, those are the 4 wingers that we know that will compete. Then you have got the 2 strikers, and Iggy would have been the 3rd striker. So for me, that's because Mokwana's not a striker. Is he a winger? That's for me where the only discrepancy possibly.
Players, of course, that have been included in this team, but in an observational capacity is what he's calling them. Chandra Campbell, and we're going to show you now what Chandra Campbell has been up to away from South Africa. He's at Club Rouge. He's in the same country where the coach is right now, in fact, because he's from Belgium there. You take a look at what he's done, and he's saying you didn't even go to the under-20 national team World Cup, which you deserve to be at. But I think you're for the future. Tyler Smith, the best player at the AFCON as well, at 20 level. You deserve to be there.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. And again, I think he's always been about building for the future. So when you look at, obviously, a Chandra Campbell, he was a big part of the squad qualifying for AFCON, but his club didn't allow him to go to AFCON or to the World Cup. Tyler Smith was obviously massive for the under-20 team at the World Cup. And so, again, I think that's what it is right now.
All right, cool.
I was about to say, as a young 20-year-old, you'd love to be part of the Bafana squad that is going to AFCON, simply because you're going to see what the tournament is about. And, of course, you'll learn from that. And I don't think they will see the game the same after this tournament.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mazola, for letting us into your news.
Yeah, just a quick reminder, Bafana play Angola, Egypt and Zimbabwe in Marrakesh. And stay tuned for SABC Sport for all the coverage on everything AFCON.
Thank you very much. We pit against who will Bafana be playing come the USA. It's going to be on Friday the 5th of December, or 6 o'clock, and it's going to be live on SABC. So please make sure that you do join myself. I'm going to be here alongside with Dr. Kumalo. Walter Steenbok is also going to be joining me for that one. There, Darren Buckley is going to be with me there. A man, of course, that knows this squad all too well. Dr. Kumalo, who played in this national team and knows what goes to the World Cup looks like. And Aaron Mokoena, who's going to be the ambassador, is SABC's very own, so you can catch him during some of these games as well. But Friday, 6 o'clock, make sure that you do join us here on SABC Sports and SABC3 as we build up to the draw. Then show you the draw, the entire thing, live. Okay? That's going to be an international tournament. That's going to be one not to miss. Speaking of international tournaments, well, let's go and take a look at CAF. 2 South African teams were playing away, right? One was here at home, but all of them come back with the same result, a draw.
Wow, good numbers. That's arriving on the far post, blind side of that defense, and well, the height was maybe a little bit awkward then. Some of the players so quick to come out from the defensive areas here. Flag stayed down here with the movement in the attacking areas. So impressive from Verhart and company. In the end, he had time, he had space, and well, went for the lob over Williams. Well, Al-Masri took just 4 minutes to score away from home against Zesco. Early stages, and steered off the line here as the Egyptians look for the positive start. 2.5 minutes is taken, and wow, both Egyptian sides in round 2 of this group get off to flyers in Southern Africa.
aphithisela abadlali ngoku wabuya uGolden Black yayithatha iZamalek ipasela iKaizer Chiefs lebhola bayiphakamisa yacengwa yabekwa phansi lebhola ngaphakathi eboxini wathi wabetha Solomon zoskorisha ibhola enhle yakala emnatheni sopapoti yobaphelo 1-1 sekusele imizuzu emithathu 3 minutes left. Dylan Solomons.
And Masuleke barely troubled on the Stellenbosch goal. That's a lovely touch from Cupido. Pili charging forward on his own. He's got no one around him. Here he is, Pili. Oh, what a goal that is. As Stellenbosch take the lead. Langalile Pile with a fabulous run and an even better finish. Who can score the Tanzanian side's first goal ever in the Confederation Cup group phase, and Julie does. Driven home, low and hard.
Late goals, 1 to help Kaizer Chiefs, 1 to take away from Stellies.
Yeah, the biggest surprise for me is the experience of Tunisia to draw away in Estia and Petrol Atlantic. For me, that was a big result. I believe Petro was supposed to win that one because they scored early, they scored first. But of course, this experience of Tunisia shows that they will come back, obviously.
Yeah, certainly, I think Pyramids getting a win away from home show that they are still the defending champions and will be a contender this season as well.
Good results for Mamelodi Sundowns because Estua Lupopo and Al Hilal, they managed to share spoiled. That tells you that Mamelodi Sundowns is in a good position.
Yeah. Certainly great position there for Mamelodi Sundowns. When you go to the CAF Confederations Cup, Stellies are gutted. I think Coach Steve Parker has lamented the fact that the officiating is not happy with.
Yeah.
That seems to be the story of the CAF competitions this weekend. Teams not happy with the officiating because Esperance, they've lodged a complaint. Zamalek, who drew against Kaizer Chiefs, have lodged a complaint. So that's a major talking point this week in CAF.
Yeah, there's a good result. That's the table that I spoke about in the beginning, that, you know, when you win your home games and you don't lose away, that gives you the 4 points that you see Mamelodi Sundowns and Al Hilal are in. But of course, you'll have to maximize when you get to your home matches.
2 points per game secures you passage through to the next phase. So far, Stellenbosch and Mamelodi Sundowns are on 2 points per game with their 4 points, but Kaizer Chiefs are behind the pace. They need to play catch up in their group, having lost to both Egyptian sides. They'll have to capitalize against Zesco, but that only takes place next year, I should say.
And that break, for sure, it will give some teams a good preparation because they know what's coming. And I hope Kaizer Chiefs will bounce back from that, because
That we give you what is and what isn't. And once he's said it, the principle that is, there's no doubting. Here's a referee's corner.
Welcome to the referee's corner. We're going to start with Orlando Pirates and Chippa. Asambe nwana sesi ukorile. Bangwane bari offside, bangwane bari offside. Asambe siyobona ke. What does the law says in terms of offside? It says a player is offside when he's nearer to his opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second last opponent. Hasiboneni Mahupa ke, he's behind the ball. As you can see, he's behind the ball. You cannot be offside if you are behind the ball. Therefore, correct decision by the assistant referee not to flag for offside, because ayikho offside and goal is given. Look at a cross there, and then Mahupa scoring good goal. He's Silo Sakusaseka. Asambeni ke siya ku Lumumba there. Durban City is crying that they were supposed to have got a penalty. Is their cry correct? Let's have a look at China. They're holding Lumumba there. This holding inside the penalty area. You can see the referee in close proximity. There's holding offense happening there. So when holding offense happen inside the penalty area, let's go and have a look. So look, preventer to go to an advantageous position. A holding offense has been committed. Penalty should have been awarded. It was not given. Let's go to the next one. Mbokazi kick a ball. Is kicking an offense? When you kick the ball, the answer is no. But let's go and have a look, because the way Mbokazi kicked the ball, if you look at the potteries, and the shot, Yakamak was very powerful, because Mark and Mbokazi with their potteries, look at it there. Look at the shot. What does it do to Kamatuka? It hits the head and causes what we call concussion. Concussion is a shift of brain, a smaller shift. You want to 4, but some substitute. So this is what happened there to the shorter Mbokazi. Mbokazi never committed an offense. No offense has been committed. Hana Mulatu, but Mulatu nale ball that he kicked to go to the head and then causes concussion. Mulatu way.
Because Jelly Chabane urevile foul, yena ball after.
Tina will focus on the kick. The kick caused concussion, and then concussion.
Okay.
Now there's no offense committed. Then now he has to be taken. The news coming from Durban is that the player is stable and is in good condition. So we are happy about that. We are happy with Mbokazi never committed any offense. Let's go to the last one. Kaizer Chiefs. Zamalek complain. There's a penalty or there's a goal disallowed. But before we go there, let's go to law. The law says a goal is scored when the whole of the ball crosses over the goal line between the upright post beneath the crossbar, provided no offense has been committed by the team scoring a goal. What is this? That's a push. So when you push an opponent from behind, fall, an offense which is pushing an opponent. Let's look at it. Pushing an opponent from behind. An offense has been committed. Referee in close proximity blew the whistle for a push. So correct this by the referee to blow for a push. Silo Sakusaseka.
What I can tell you,
there's no push.
He's a lucky boy. He's
Let's not make sure.
What causes him to fall?
Let's not make sure that.
What causes him?
But he
Is when he tried to hit.
We're gonna take a break when we come back. Hey, I back my man, and that is my boy. I back you.
Okay.
It's a push. We're gonna push off to the ad break. Mara.